Todd County Falcons coming in ranked 4th in their region, number 7. Region 7, they rank 4th in that region, and with a record of 5 wins, 6 losses. Your Crow Creek Chieftains coming in with a 9-3 record in Region 6. They are ranked number 2. So kick back, everybody, and enjoy tonight's game. That'll be coming up in about 15 or so. We're going to go ahead and take a short break here. Grab some refreshments and stay tuned for some more excellent basketball play here at GoChieftains.live.
Hey, what's the password? Or can you just text it in then? The 01773?
That's the name of the system. There you go.
Thank you. Thanks.
All right, once again, we welcome all of our viewers to GoChieftains.live as we prepare for boys varsity basketball action. Tonight we anticipate Some excellent basketball play on the part of both teams for the Todd County Falcons. They'll be starting Bryce Hammer, Aiden Bizardi, David Espinoza, Mark Rogers, and Kane Redfish. And they're under the leadership of Rashad Shannon, assisted by Nick Larson and Joey Boyd, their coaches. For the Crow Creek Chieftains, they'll be bringing Jaden McBride and Christian Claremont at guard, Joe Sazu III and Luke Wells Jr., along with Josiah Bluearm. Of course, their coaches, Billy Joe Sazu, assisted by Luke Wells Sr. and Quentin McBride Sr. So just about 13 minutes before tip-off. Well, once again, we welcome you aboard, and if you know of relatives or somebody that would love to take in tonight's game, give them a call. There's still time to have them tune in to GoChieftains.live, where we bring you all of the basketball action from Crow Creek Tribal Schools. All right, once again, we welcome our listeners, our viewers, and we say a whoopee for joining us this evening for tonight's matchup between the Crow Creek Chieftains and Todd County Falcons. In earlier basketball action, the Lady Chieftains, with heavy hearts, gave one up to the Lady Falcons. And it's hard. It's hard, and I feel bad for our kids, but I'm proud of their effort. They came out and still, with heavy hearts, they played some good basketball, but you could tell that certainly events of the day impacted their play, and but we breathe a deep sigh and just, we try to carry on, support each other in a good way, and for our Chieftains, we certainly appreciate their effort. And tonight we're looking forward to an excellent game between the Todd County Falcons and your Crow Creek Chieftains. With just under 4.5 minutes remaining before tip-off, we welcome our viewers, and we thank you for joining us. All right, as we close in on the start of our game, once again, the Todd County Falcons, reigning out of Region 7, ranked 4 in that region, with a record of 5 wins, 6 losses. Going to be going up against our very own Crow Creek Chieftains out of Region 6, ranked number 2 in that region, with a record of 9-3. And starting for the Falcons, I believe, will be Bryce Hammer, Aiden Bazardi, David Espinoza, and Mark Rogers, along with Kane Redfish. While the Chieftains will be bringing Joe Sazu, Jaden McBride, Luke Wells, Josiah Bluearm, and Christian Claremont. I guess unofficially anyway, that's how we're anticipating the game starting here, with just over 2 minutes remaining before tip-off of varsity boys basketball. So once again, we welcome our visitors to GoChieftains.live, where we're bringing you each and every game of the Chieftains and Lady Chieftains. And as we get ready for this one, we hope that you're set for an excellent basketball game from the comforts of your living room, as we look forward to tip-off in just over a minute. And here we go. We're ready for the public address by Jess St. John. We'll turn it over to Jess for the starting lineups.
Ready, Viking fans in the house, make some noise. Ready, bandwagoners, make some noise. Jack fans. Nice. Patriots fans. Ready, cheaters in the house, make some noise. Any cheaters, make some noise. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the final game of the evening. I want to thank Todd County for helping us get through this day. Like I said, it's been a tough day for us here, losing a school worker, a longtime friend, and we appreciate you guys sticking with us. So with that, Todd County Falcons, make some noise. Starters for Todd County, 5'10" sophomore, number 2, Bryce Hammer.
Well, once again, starting lineups for Todd County: Bryce Hammer, Aiden Bizzardi,
Number 14,
Mark Rogers,
freshman number 21,
Kane Redfish,
number 4,
and Dave Espinoza is their center.
Shannon, I gotta say, Ahmad Rashad Shannon, assisted by Nick
Rashad Shannon is their head coach, assisted by Nick Larson and Joey Boyd. And now the starting lineups for the Crow Creek Chieftains. Trevin McBride. Jaden McBride. Joe Sazu the third. Josiah and Luke Wells. I had it wrong. I thought Christian was starting, but I was wrong, folks. It's going to be Jaden and Trevin McBride along with Joe, Luke, and Josiah. And we are ready for boys varsity basketball action here at Crow Creek Tribal Schools Gymnasium, where the Chieftains are looking to take on the Falcons.
Let's play some basketball.
And we have tip-off controlled by the Chieftains. And Luke Wells will work it around. Wells to McBride. McBride back to Wells. Pass inside to Sazu. Turnaround jumper won't work. Rebound Rogers. Falcons bring it up court. Trying to work it inside. Stolen by Sazu. And he's going to take it to the hoop. In and out. Rebound McBride. Kicking it out to Wells. He's spinning in the lane. He puts it up. Shy of the mark. Rebound Bizzardi. Bizzardi with the long three. Off the front of the rim. Rebound Blue Arm. Josiah Blue Arm over to Wells, inside to Sazu. He's going to spin toward the basket for two. Joe Sazu the third, putting the first two on the scoreboard. Rogers brings it up court for the Falcons. Dishing off to Bizzardi. Bizzardi takes it up and partially blocked. It will go out of bounds. Falcons basketball. 6:36 remaining in the first period of play. First 2 points on the board by the Chieftains. And the Falcons taking it to the hoop is Bizzardi. Gets his own rebound. Brings it out. Kicks it over to Rogers. Back to Bizzardi. And it's going to go out of bounds. Chieftains basketball. Trevin McBride brings it up court. Dishing off to Blue Arm. Trying to work it inside to Sazu off the leg of Espinoza. Sazu will inbound. He gave it right back to him. They're going to call a blocking foul on Rogers. His first team foul. Sazu will inbound to Blue Arm. Wells stops, puts one up, but before the shot, a whistle, and Bizzardi with that foul, his first personal second team foul. Wells back to Sazu. Kicking it out to McBride. Trevin McBride with the ball. Luke taking it to the hoop, partially blocked, and a foul going to be called on Josiah, I believe. Yep, they're going to call that one on Josiah Blue Arm, his first team foul. Bryce Hammer brings it up court for the Falcons. Hammer going to dish off, spinning, and I believe, was that a travel? Joe Sazu III spinning, puts it up, can't get it to fall, and it'll be Chieftains basketball. Chieftains with the only points on the board so far. 5:15 remaining in the first period. Luke Wells going to take it to the hoop for two. Hammer. Rogers making a move to the basket, and he scores two for the Falcons. Pass underneath to Trevin McBride. McBride is going to put it up, and he'll go to the line. Working the baseline, and he was fouled by Redfish, picking up his first personal third team foul. Trevin McBride will shoot two. First one's up and good. Second one is up, and both are good. Mark Rogers going to bring it up court for the Falcons. 4.5 minutes remaining in the first period. Rogers in the neighborhood, and he goes down hard. He comes up limping. Aiden Bizzardi going to inbound for the Falcons. Kind of a give and go. He launches a three shy of the mark. Rebound Espinoza. Bryce Hammer kicking it out to Bizzardi. Espinoza gonna put one up from way out. Rebound Blue Arm. Sazu pushing it up court to McBride. Back to McBride. Shy of the mark. Rebound Bizzardi. Steal by Sazu, and they're gonna say that Aiden Bizzardi ran into him, picking up his second personal, fourth team foul. 4 team fouls now for the Falcons, only 1 for the Chieftains. Morris kills in sight, checking in for the Falcons. 3:50 remaining in the first period. Luke Wiles Jr. Pass inside to Joe Sazu the third. It'll be Falcons basketball. Rogers checked out just for a breather. He's back in. Bryce Hammer with the ball. Driving the lane is Bizzardi. Joe Sazu pushes it up court for the Chieftains. Josiah Blue Arm battling underneath, and he'll go to the line for the and one. Josiah Blue Arm working overtime underneath. That foul on Redfish, his second personal, 5th team foul. Blue Arm gonna shoot the and one. It's up and good. Bizzardi brings it up court. Tipped by McBride to Sazu. Kicks it over to Wells. Looking inside, nobody home. And they're gonna say he traveled. Falcons basketball, 2:50 remaining. Spinning in the lane. Can't get it to fall. Rebound Trevin McBride. He brings it up court for the Chieftains. Over to Luke Wells and a pass to back to Luke for 3, and he's off the mark. It'll be Falcons basketball. 7-point lead for the Chieftains. DeMonte Medicine Crow checking in for the Chieftains. At the 2:18 mark, 7-point lead for the Chieftains. David Espinoza will inbound. Mark Rogers, the playmaker for the Falcons. And Joe Sazu gonna intercept that pass and take it in for the layup. Joe Sazu the third. Under 2 minutes now remaining, a pass stolen by Trevin McBride. And once again, Joe Sazu brings it up court for the Chieftains. Josiah Blue Arm with a long 3. Rebound Bizzardi. Rolls around, in and out, no call. As Medicine Crow went down. Here come the Falcons. Falcons just can't seem to get any points on the board. 1 minute remaining in the first period. And they're sitting on 2 right now. Long 3, and he hits it. Aiden Bizzardi for 3. 40 seconds now remaining in the first period. 6-point lead for the Chieftains. Gonna kick it over to the corner. Medicine Crow working it inside the Blue Arm, and they'll count it. Josiah Blue Arm will shoot the and 1. That foul on Bryce Hammer, his first personal, 6th team foul. Christian Claremont checking in for the Chieftains. Trent Pongi checking in for the Falcons. Blue Arm gonna shoot the and 1 with 27 seconds remaining in the first period. And with 20 seconds remaining, Bizzardi. Long 3, and it's off the back of the rim. 10 seconds remaining. Joe Sazu on the move. He's going to back up to the 3-point line. Christian Claremont chases it down, dishing off to Luke, to Medicine Crow, and they run out of clock. After 1, the Chieftains lead by 9. And once again, if you're just joining us, we are watching the Crow Creek Chieftains and Todd County Falcons. And we are ready for the second period of play. In earlier basketball action, the Lady Chieftains gave one up to the Lady Falcons in a heartbreaker. We just had the passing of a very close friend and colleague and mentor to our students, and that happened just within the past 24 hours. So our kids are playing with a heavy heart today, and man, you can just get a sense that it's certainly on their mind. It's a tragic accident that took place, and we got to give it up to our Chieftains and our Lady Chieftains for continuing to make the effort to come out and play, but certainly playing with heavy hearts tonight. And but all the same, we thank you for being a part of our broadcast as Josiah Blue Arm is working overtime underneath, as we are now into the second period of play. Nice drive to the basket by Aiden Bizzardi. Luke Wells going to take it to the hoop for an easy 2. Luke, that was just 2 steps to the basket. For most of us, it's about 3 or 4, but for Luke, it's only a couple. Bryce Hammer dishing it out to Bizzardi. Going to give it to Joe Sazu for the layup. Joe Sazu the third. Rogers brings it up court for the Falcons. Dish it off for a 2-pointer by Bryce Hammer. Christian Claremont gonna kick it out to Medicine Crow, back to Sazu. Chieftains work it around. And gonna be stolen by Redfish. Long 3 attempt off the front of the rim. Christian Claremont going to give it up to Sazu for 2. Joe Sazu now with 8 points of the 22 that the Chieftains have on the board. And Mark Rogers will go to the line. You're going to say he was fouled by DeMonte. Medicine Crow picking up his first personal, second Chieftain foul. Mark Rogers shooting 2. First one is up and good. Morris kills inside, preparing to come in as Rogers makes good on his second free throw, his 4th point of the game. 22-11 is our score at the 6-minute mark. 6 minutes remaining in the first half of play as Luke Wells brings it up court, and they're going to call a charge away from the ball. I'm going to say Josiah picked up his second personal, 3rd team foul. Fading jumper, Josiah with the rebound. Luke to Christian. Oh, they're going to say he drug his foot. Espinoza will inbound for the Falcons. Ball is going to go out of bounds. Turnover Falcons. Chieftains basketball with 5:22 remaining in the first half of play. Working it into Joe for an easy move to the basket and his 10th point of the game. Joe with a steal, and he's bumped by Rogers. Picking up his second personal, 7th team foul. Bonus situation for the Chieftains on the line. Joe Sazu the 3rd, shooting a bonus. Shot is up. Luke Wells with the rebound. Kicks it back to Joe for the 3. Josiah with the rebound, and putback gets his own rebound. He's controlling the boards, and he'll go to the line. Josiah Blue Arm working overtime. Bazzardi with his 3rd personal, 8th team foul. Blue Arm gonna shoot a couple. First one up and good. Jacob Crow Eagle checking in for the Falcons. Blue Arm gonna shoot one more. The referee's looking for a towel, I believe. .453 remaining in the first half of play.
We got 49 viewers on Chieftains.live. 49.
Josiah Blue Arm on the line. And the second one is up and good. His 10th point of the game. Long pass down court. And they're going to say he kicked it. Falcons basketball. Falcons work it around. And a steal by Medicine Crow. Bounce pass to Josiah Blue Arm, and it'll count. Josiah Blue Arm with the and one. He'll go to the line, but it appears as though we may have an injury on the floor. I hope he's all right. Bryce Hammer playing some good basketball today and kind of went down a little hard, but he's going to stay in the game. Josiah Blue Arm ready to shoot the and one. Oh, they're going to ask that he take a seat, I guess. Just Morris kills in sight. The sixth man off the bench for the Falcons. He'll come back in. Blue Arm with the and one. Shot is up and bouncing, and it goes in. 4:30 remaining in the first half. As Rogers struggles against the defense of Crow Creek. Christian Claremont picking up his first personal, fourth team foul. Shot is up. Blue Arm controlling the boards. Kicks it out to Sazu. Takes it to the hoop. Joe Sazu is on fire tonight. Looked like over and back to me, but I'm not the ref. Josiah is underneath for two. And folks, we've got a show underway. The Chieftains 33, Falcons 11. Joe Sazu the third and Josiah Blue Arm lighting it up for the Chieftains. Mark Rogers and Aiden Bazardi were most of the points for the Falcons. Once again, if you're just joining us, we've got a number 2 seed in the Chieftains playing a number 4 seed in the Falcons. Falcons basketball, 3:51 remaining in the first half of play. And Chieftains with some full court pressure. Kills inside, shy of the mark, or partial block by Medicine Crow. And DeMonte will bring it up court. They work it down, work it inside to Joe, over to Josiah for two. And some tough D being put on by the Chieftains. Short jumper works for Trevin McBride. And taking it to the hoop. A nice effort by Mark Rogers. He'll shoot a couple. Trevin McBride charged with that foul. His first, team fifth. Mark Rogers on the line shooting two. We're at the 3-minute mark. First one's up and good. Riley Miller checking in for the Chieftains. Bryce Hammer back in the game for the Falcons. Rogers ready to put his second one up. Shot is up and good. Rogers perfect on his free throws tonight. Medicine Crow with a bounce pass to Sazu. Turn around. It's kind of a turnaround, kind of a steal there, and a basket again for Joe Sazu the third. Behind the back pass. Oh, it's shy of the mark, but Falcons having trouble bringing it up court. Okay. It's going to be Falcons basketball with 1:40 remaining. 41-15 is our score. And Wes Thompson Jr. checks in for the Chieftains. They're going to let Joe have a bit of a rest at just over 1.5 remaining. Foul away from the shot. David Espinoza going to be charged with his first personal. And we got a bonus situation for the Chieftains. Double bonus. Medicine Crow going to shoot 2. DeMonte's first shot is up and no good. 1:34 remaining in the first half of play. Second one is up and good. DeMonte Medicine Crow putting his first points on the board. Rogers spinning in the lane, and a foul on the play. They're going to call that on Wes Thompson Jr., his first personal, 6th team foul. On the line, Mark Rogers shooting 2. First one up and shy of the mark. 1:21 remaining in the first half. Second one is up and good. Rogers hitting 1 of 2. Jaden McBride over to Thompson, over to Miller, shy of the mark. Rebound by Caleb Claremont, and it's going to go out of bounds. Chieftains basketball. Under a minute remaining now. 42-16 is our score. Riley Miller. Pass to Trevin McBride. In and out. Miller with the rebound and the putback. Riley Miller. Short jumper works for Bryce Hammer. 25 seconds now remaining in the first half. As Trevin McBride brings it up court for the Chieftains. They're going to try to work it around for a final shot. DeMonte over to Trevin. DeMonte to Trevin. Off the. And that's the way the first half will end. Chieftains with a commanding lead. 44-18. Unofficial. Joe Sazu III with 16 of those 44 points. 4 for Trevin, 4 for Luke. 17 for Josiah. And a point for DeMonte and 2 for Riley. So that's the scoring for the Chieftains in that first half unofficially. Bryce Hammer put in 6 for the Falcons. Aiden Bizzardi helped out with 5. And Mark Rogers with 7 of those 18 points scored by the Falcons in the first half. So we're at halftime of the Chieftains and Falcons. And we're going to take a couple minutes, take a bit of a break here, and we'll be right back.
I know it's going to have halftime entertainment with the Cold Creek Tumblers, but Rose and Ronette pull the back cross also. Oh yeah. Hey, who all works for the government? Just my mom. She jollies. All these Indians in here, just my mom works for the government. Oh, Brian too? Okay. I don't have no joke, I'm just gonna say. I thought maybe there would be more than that. Hello. You know, I wonder if Troy White Mouse is nervous and all these eyes are watching him.
Go mouse.
Sounds like a little mouse. Be quicker, man. Your name's White Mouse. Look, show us how fast you can run. Remember, like a mouse. Remember when you turn on the lights, mouse is right there in the corner and it takes off in that little mouse hole. What, take off right there?
I use it.
Man, what a day. What
I
a
usually use
day.
it.
Thursday, no doubleheader, home game against Stanley County, and then Saturday will be our
staring contest.
classic.
Stare contest.
Sanford. Sacred Hoop.
Sacred Hoops Classic. Saturday. There's going to be 4 games.
Next Saturday.
Oryx and Wakbala. And then Crow Creek versus Dupree. Both girls versus boys.
Monto. Who's all in that, bro? Oryx
I
and
believe,
Wakbala.
versus
Oryx,
Andes.
Wakbala.
Are those shirts still,
Dupree and us.
are you still making orders? Yeah, I'm not teasing, Sandy. I'm just trying to find out about the
Oryx,
shirts.
Wakbala, Dupree, Crow Creek.
Yep.
Those
And
Are
then
the shirts still available?
the
For
Oryx
purchase or
girls,
anything, Sandy?
Wakbala girls will play first. Oryx boys,
T-shirts?
Wakbala
Say,
boys will play next.
Stanford,
Then our
Where's
girls
the
against Dupree. And
whenever
yeah.
Brian-
And then boys and girls play Dupree.
Yep.
Do Crow Creek play any of them other ones though?
Saturday. Starting at 2.
There's $25 here. It's just $25 here again.
It's gonna be rich, man.
Go on the check. Come on the check.
Just give them credit in the canteen.
Yeah, that's way behind, man.
All right, we want to welcome you back. We've got a little over 3 minutes remaining in halftime activity here as we get set for the second half of play. This one between the Chieftains and the Falcons. And wanted to invite our viewers to join us next weekend, Saturday at 2 o'clock. The Sacred Hoops Classic, a new one starting up here at Crow Creek, where Crow Creek and Dupree will be kicking it off. I believe they'll be playing boys and girls games against each other, as well as Ulrichs and Wakpala. So we invite you to join us Saturday, where basketball action begins at 2 o'clock. Boys and girls, 4 teams, Crow Creek, Dupree, Ulrichs, and Wakpala, all coming to town and gonna provide some basketball action next Saturday. So we invite you to join us for the Sacred Hoops Classic right here at Crow Creek Travel Schools. Basketball action at its best. But tonight we have a good one here. Chieftains taking on the Falcons. Right now our score is 44-18. And we invite you to join us for the second half of this one. Although a good number of Falcon fans have left the building, we're going to enjoy the second half of this one. Chieftains with a record of 9-3, taking on the Falcons with a record of 5-6. Joe Sazu and Josiah Bluearm lighting it up in the first half for the Chieftains. Bryce Hammer and Mark Rogers, along with Aiden Bazardi, scoring for the Falcons. So we invite you to kick back for the second half of varsity boys basketball as we get ready for the second half of this one. Chieftains are on the floor, still waiting for the Falcons to come out of the locker room. They're going to send somebody in as we only have 30 seconds before the start of our second half. Once again, no snow falling now, but I guess within the next day or two, we're supposed to have a couple of inches here. A little further south, they're anticipating 4 to 8 inches. So just when you thought the snow went away, it's coming back in the next day or two. And we are ready for the second half of this game.
I believe the concession stand will be closing pretty soon. Just so we're all aware, pretty soon. So Brad, better get your hot dog juice when it gets cold. Hey, I want to acknowledge House. House is
Here we
in
go.
the house.
We are ready for the second half, and the Falcons in possession. I'm going to say a whistle away from the ball. They're going to say Josiah blue arm with that foul. His third personal. First team foul. Long shot up, and it'll go out of bounds. They're going to say Falcons basketball. Jumping through the lane. Rebound, blue arm. McBride for three. Off the front of the rim. Rebound, Redfish. And a swarm of Chieftains around. It'll go out of bounds. Bryce Hammer will inbound for the Falcons. A minute has ticked off the clock. We're at 7 minutes remaining in the third period. Neither team scoring in the second half yet. McBride on the move. Kick it over to Joe Sazu. Nails the three, but we've got a whistle before the shot. Apparently, someone's little one on the floor. Long three for Joe Sazu. They're going to pass it inside, and they're going to call it a block. No whistle for Josiah. Joe Sazu with another long three. Short jumper won't work. Battle underneath by McBride, and Bizzardi was laying on top of him. It'll be Chieftains basketball, 6.5. Still looking for a score in this half, I guess. 6.5 remaining. Joe Sazu the third will inbound, but we're waiting on. They had to restart the shot clock. And he'll shoot three, I believe. Bizzardi charged with his fourth personal. First team foul. I think he was shooting three. Joe Sazu on the line. Yep, gonna shoot three. Second one he missed. He gets one more. Third one's up and good. 46-18 is our score. Sazu with the steal. He's going to take it to the hoop for two. Rebound, Josiah kicking it out to Joe. Joe for three. Shy of the mark. And we're going to go to a running clock. That basket by Mark Rogers. Running clock in the third quarter. 48-20 is our score. They kick it out to Josiah Blue Arm for three. Bazzardi with the ball. Gonna work the baseline. And they're gonna say Josiah fouled him. Blocking foul by Josiah, his fourth personal. Second team foul. And DeMonte gonna check in for him. Three-pointer attempt, in and out. Rebound and put back by Espinoza. That foul on DeMonte, his second personal, third team foul. Espinoza on the line. First one up and shy of the mark. And second shot is on its way. No good. Rebound, Luke Wells. Sazu pushes it up court for the Chieftains. Takes it straight to the hoop. Pass. He's all alone, but it went off the backboard. Nice. Oh. Pass stolen by Jaden, and he'll shoot the and one. Jaden McBride. Espinoza picking up his second personal. Jaden McBride on the line shooting the and one. Shot is up and good. 56-20. We've got a running clock with 4 minutes remaining. Luke Wells with the rebound. Joe's gonna bring it up court. Baseline jumper, rebound. Medicine Crow kicks it out to McBride, in and out. Rebound, Pongi. Yep, they're gonna call the offensive. Refs kind of looked at each other. Pungi gonna pick up his, I hope I'm saying that right, but yeah, his first personal, third team foul. As we close in on 3 minutes remaining in the third period. 56-20 is our score. Luke Wells to Medicine Crow to McBride, taking it to the hoop. Traveling, I guess. They're gonna say he traveled. Joe gonna pick up his first personal, 4th team foul. Short jumper works for Rogers. 2 minutes remaining in the 3rd period of play. Sazu. Rebound Bazzardi. Behind the back pass is intercepted by McBride. He's going to dish off to Trevin. And Trevin's going to shoot the and one. That foul on Trent Ponge, his 2nd personal, 4th team foul. And McBride on the line, he's going to shoot the and one. And he hits it. 1:30, 1.5 minutes remaining in the 3rd period. Falcons turn it over. Luke, dish it off to Trevin. Trevin over to Christian. Luke with a long look at the 3. DeMonte working inside, gets his own rebound. Oh! Espinoza stolen by Luke. Off the mark. Hammer going to bring it up court for the Falcons. Christian chases it down. Luke with the long pass out of bounds. Clock continues to tick away. We're at 25, 24. Ten seconds. Bryce Hammer for 2. Count it. Oh, just about. And that's the way the 3rd period will end. Chieftains way up on the Falcons, 59-24. And an excellent quarter of play. Joe Sazu adding 6 more to his 16. Jaden McBride and Trevin McBride both with 3 that quarter, along with Josiah hitting a 3-pointer. For the Falcons, Mark Rogers putting in 4, along with Bryce Hammer's 2. Scoring only 6 points that quarter. We're ready for the 4th period of play. If you're just joining us, Chieftains up on the Falcons.
No Sunday school.
8 minutes remaining. We've got a running clock. Pass to DeMonte, back to Christian for a short baseline jumper. Won't fall. Rebound, Pungy. And Hammer brings it up court. The give and go to Hammer. Can't get it to fall. It'll be Falcons basketball. Luke Wells with the rebound. Christian Claremont off the mark a little. Espinoza with the rebound. Thompson with the steal. Gives it up to McBride. To the Wells. McBride with the move to the basket. Kicks it out to Medicine Crow. In and out. Rebound, Thompson. Luke Wells gonna dish off to McBride for three. Trevin McBride. Working the baseline, and an offensive foul gonna be called against Bizzardi. His 5th personal. And he's going to check out of the game at the 6-minute mark of the 4th period. Bizzardi picking up his 5th and team 5th. Thompson for three. Wes Thompson Jr. for three. Bryce Hammer with the ball. And we got a bit of a 3-point shootout taking place here. As Thompson chases the ball down, they kick it over to Claremont. And they're going to say John Hall going to check in along with Riley Miller. Our twin towers. John Hall is in the house. Checking in with 5 minutes remaining in our contest. And a whistle on the play as Rogers makes his way to the basket. They're going to say that was on Christian Claremont, picking up his 2nd personal, 5th team foul. Rogers going to shoot 2 as John Hall brings it up court. Kick off to Thompson to Claremont. Short jumper. Espinoza with the rebound. Thompson comes away with it. Kind of letting them play, it looks like. John Hall for three. Oh, off the mark. DeMonte with a drive to the basket. Medicine Crow for 2. 4 minutes now remaining. Nice jumper works for kills in sight. Thompson over to Miller for 3. Riley Miller launching the 3 with 3.5 now remaining. From the free throw line, in and out. And it goes out of bounds. It'll be Falcons basketball. Espinoza. Rogers for three. And he hits it. Thompson, Riley Miller off the glass for three. That's his range, folks. Just comes natural for him. And Wes Thompson going to pick up his second personal. 6th team foul. As we close in on 2 minutes remaining. Rogers. Ball stolen by Thompson. And he's going to be fouled by Claremont. Caleb Claremont. DeMonte for three. No. Caleb Claremont comes away with the rebound. Rogers on the move. Take it to the hoop, and it's going to be a blocking foul called on John Hall. I don't know. I think John. He looked like he was. Yeah. I don't know. Rogers, first one up. 1:23 remaining in our contest. Second one up, and no good. John Hall controlling the boards. DeMonte. And I think he's going to the line. Either which way, I think it's a bonus. Caleb Claremont picking up his second personal. And DeMonte will shoot a bonus with 1:12 remaining. Espinoza. Riley comes away with it. As we are now under a minute remaining. Christian. Gonna give it back to Wesley. Back to Christian for the long three. Espinoza. Still by Riley as we close in on 20 seconds remaining in our contest. And John Hall count it. That's the way it'll end, folks. 73-30, Chieftains in front of the Falcons. And we thank you for being a part of our broadcast. And we invite you to join us Thursday as Stanley County comes to town. So we invite you to join us on Thursday for more varsity basketball action. And once again, our prayers and everything goes out to the family of Ori Brown, colleague, friend, mentor to our students. And our prayers go out to your family. And Say whoopee again for everybody tuning in to GoChieftains.live as we bring you basketball action each and every game that the Chieftains and Lady Chieftains play. So, until next time, Doksha Ake.